What's up, guys? Winner Kills here. Welcome to a brand new combo video for Mermails. I've got a couple combos to showcase here. I know in the last combo video I made, I showed how to do an extra link with just Teus Prince and then random cards. It's not so much like, I know I said it was like a 2-card combo, and it still technically is a 2-card combo, but in any opening hand, you're almost always going to have more than, you know, you're going to be starting with 5 cards for the most part always. So I just figured that's kind of common sense. But the two main, like, you know, diamonds, the gems you want in your hand, you know, the jewels, are Teus Prince. But before we needed a combo extender, such as, you know, Rose Nyx, but now you don't. Now you can extra link with just Teus Prince and any other random cards. Doesn't need to be the one of Rose Nyx, it could be any other water. So I'm going to showcase how to do that extra link, and then I'm going to showcase how to do an extra link using all of the Knightmare extra deck monsters. So you'll end on 5 Knightmares, including the Mermaid, and then you'll get to draw 5 in your next turn. So this is the 2 combos I want to go ahead and showcase to you guys in this little bit of a combo update. And hopefully the lighting and the video quality looks way better than it did for the last video. I've got a new lens on for polarizing to cut down some of the glare, and yeah, hopefully the angle looks good and everything as well. So this next one, basically, so now we know how to, and again, thanks to Handloop for figuring all this stuff out. We know how to do the extra link using all of our, you know, extra link with like just Teus Prince, but now. Before we used to need this to just extra link, but now we don't. But now if you open up Swap or Rose Nyx in your opening hand with Teus and Prince, you can end on all 5 Knightmares, which I'm going to go ahead and showcase to you now. And I'm going to give myself 2 basically blank cards. We're not going to use them. They're just discard fodder. It literally doesn't matter. So long as you have a hand of 5 cards at the start of your turn and you're going first, lo and behold, this is what will happen. So we could start with Rose Nyx, but I'm going to use Swap Frog just to change it up a bit. And hopefully I don't screw it up, but this is basically what it'll entail. For the first combo, like I said, you need Teus Prince, Swap, or Rose Nyx, and then 2 random cards. We're just going to use 2 blanks, basically Sekka's Light. Not going to use the card at all. So we'll start with Prince, of course. And hopefully everything should be in view, at least for, you know, some stuff down here might not be, but everything else should be. So we're going to send Dragoons, add Dragoons, and Megalo. It's pretty much same old song and dance here up until a certain point. We're going to summon Teus, discarding the Dragoons like that. And then we're going to add Gund and Moulin. We do get to Moulin them here in the process, which is fantastic. We're not only, you know, ending on a board of 5 Knightmares, drawing 5 next turn. You know, they're starting the game with 2 less cards, essentially, is what it's going to come down to. So we're going to start things off with our first link play. It's going to be right into Underclock Taker. We're going to throw him right there in the top right zone. And then we're going to summon our Megalo here, and we're going to ditch Swap and Gund. Now, it doesn't really matter that Swap is in the grave at this point. All that matters, we're going to be adding him back later, off of Firewall, and then we're going to be summoning him to send Rodin, and that's going to get our extra monster on the field that we need in order to make this cool play happen. So now that we've summoned Teus out of the grave, we have 5 in grave, and we can summon the Glacia, and then we're going to use Glacia and Underclock to go right into Decode. You've seen it all 1,000 times at this point, so I'll just kind of go through it quickly. Right into Tomahawk. Tomahawk's going to detach to, not attach to. Let me organize my space a bit here. I gotta grab some tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. The busted token generator returns. Actually, no. So for later, make sure you get rid of Tomahawk, and you get rid of the token underneath Decode. Oh, and I also have another combo I guess I could show you guys, where it's basically going to be how to get a full Trigate lock going with just Teus and Angler, I believe. Or you might need Undyne, Teus, and Angler. I don't know if I'll show that one. But yeah, so here we are. We have this. Now we're going to go into Firewall with these. Put him there. and then we're gonna go right into Mermaid, right there, and then we're gonna discard our random card, and we're gonna summon Ibly. And if I can find Ibly, we'll put Ibly right there, and then we're gonna draw. Again, these Sekka's lights could literally be anything. We're just gonna not use them because we only need discard fodder. We're not relying on any other cards in our hands other than Teya's Prince, and then the extender for this combo, how to end with all 5 Knightmares. So normally we link away Mermaid in this to go into the other Goblin, but that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of these two, Ibly and this other token over here, for a copy of Goblin. Now here we need to, we're gonna need to firewall, and we're also gonna need to Goblin here because we don't want to lose like the Mermaid or anything. So we're gonna go Goblin 2, firewall 1. We'll discard, we'll draw, and then we'll summon over here, and then we're gonna use these two to link into a proxy dragon. Here we do not use firewall in this case. We're gonna not use firewall there. Then we're gonna add back 3 now. We're gonna add back Ibly. We're gonna add back that swap frog from earlier, and we'll add back a prince because why the hell not? And then we have an extra normal summon here, so we'll go ahead and use that on Ibly. Ibly is gonna bring back Underclock Taker as per usual. Again, if anybody's wondering where I got these sleeves from, they're from Imperium Duelist, the extra deck sleeves and the main deck sleeves. I recommend only using these Shatterfoil ones on extra deck. They're not really too main deck friendly. The other ones though are pretty durable actually, and I do like them a lot. Not sponsored by them or anything, but I just wanted to go ahead and say, because I usually get a lot of people asking me where the sleeves are from. So now we're going to use Ibly and Proxy to go right into our boy Trigate, and here we're going to summon Swap Frog. Now we're going to use Swap Frog effect to send Ronin. This is where that extra monster that we need is going to come into play. Because you need 1 extra monster that you can get on your field. And honestly, since we have Teya's and Prince now, we could like summon Teya's after we like link these 2 away, and then use Prince to revive Dragoons, and that's an extra monster I guess we could use. There's a couple ways you could do it honestly, but I'm just going to do it this way, the way that I know. Underclock and swap for Unicorn right there. Now we're going to summon this bad boy here, and then we're going to use Ronin, banish the swap. Again, that could be the Rosenix token, whatever. And then go into our Cerberus, and then summon the last monster here. Happens to be Teya's for us, and that goes right into Phoenix. There you have it. We end on a board of 5 Knightmares. All their monsters that aren't co-linked are down by 1,000. Our monsters can't be destroyed by battle, they can't be targeted, they can't be destroyed by card effects. We get to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next turn. We have a negate and a banish to follow up with. And that leaves us with no cards in hand, but we do get to replenish ourselves next turn. This isn't Goki Knightmare. This is I like this deck a little bit better than Goki Knightmare, and strangely enough, it's because I think it's because it's less consistent. And sometimes you're not always gonna end with this. You never know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates, right? Haha. But you never know what you're gonna get. You're not always gonna 100% turn out this board every turn, so it's not like the same thing over and over again, mindlessly happening. I don't know. I like it. And so that's the combo basically. You just need Teya's Prince, swap 2 random cards, and there you have it. Call it a 5-card combo. It's not really a 5-card combo. You just need Teya's Prince swap or Teya's Prince Rosenix, and then you can end with this field. And then the other random cards are just discard fodder. So in your opening hand, if you open up Teya's swap Prince or Teya's Rosenix Prince, this is definitely something in the realm of possibilities. Still have Saryuja, Link Spider, and Link Karibo in the extra deck. Now we're going to go and showcase the extra link with just Teya's Prince and then 2 random cards. So yeah, we'll go ahead and set that up next. Okay, so for this next combo, I said we need Teya's Prince, and then just random cards for opening hand. So before, in order to do the extra link, we thought you needed Teya's Prince and the combo extender piece like swap or Rosenix, but now it's down to the point where you just need Teya's Prince, a random water. It doesn't have to be swap, it doesn't have to be Rosenix, and then random discard fodder. So like this is basically, again, if you open up going first in a hand of 5 cards, if you don't get Mulan, if you're not playing in a mirror match, because there's really only one deck that takes cards out of your hand right now, and it's basically Mermail because of Mulan Glacia. I know Gumball Dragon, that's what I'm calling it, Topological Gumball Dragon, is a card, but I don't think really anybody plays it. No one really played it in any WCQs, the Euro WCQs, etc., etc. As far as I'm concerned. But so this is basically the extra link, how to do it without that extra combo extender. So we're gonna start with Prince, and then I think I'm gonna show you guys the Tri-Gate play with like Angler and stuff afterwards, just to kind of mix things up a bit. So Prince, standard run through here, and then Teus, obviously discard that. And I wanted to put Sunfish in my hand just to show you, like, it literally like doesn't matter what other cards are in your hand. I just choose these same cards just to keep it like a controlled run through, if you will. Like, if you open up Teus, Prince, and then 3 other cards in your opening hand, you're pretty much set to do the play. It doesn't matter. Like, this could be any other card, these could be any other cards. They don't have to be Sekka's Lights. These could be 3 random waters. It honestly does not matter. I just want to make that clear. So now we're going to go ahead and link away these 2 for our boy Underclock. Again, the play pretty much starts the same as usual. And then we're going to summon Megalo here. And if we didn't open up 3 copies of Sekka's Light in our opening hand, which wouldn't be too bad because we could just turn them into waters essentially, because every other card in the deck would be water except Controller and Ibly. Unless you're having really bad luck at that point. Okay, you get the point. Summon Megalo, discard our random water and our Gund. Summon that there, 5 engrave, boom, they're down 2 cards. Same old song and dance once again. And then into our boy Tomahawk. This is pretty much the starting point of every play as far as extra links are concerned. We'll summon our tokens out as per usual. Same tokens are going to get rid of here. The Tomahawk and the one under Decode for the Goblin, and then Decode and the one next to Goblin for our Firewall. And just like that. Now, we have these 2 cards left in our hand here. We're still going to use these to go into... we're still going to go into Mermaid here. But we don't keep Mermaid in this case. We do have to get rid of Mermaid. I'm 100% positive that we do. We discard 1 and summon Ibly. I want to grab our draw here. If we draw into another Sekka's Light, we'll probably use it as a normal Sekka's Light, like any person would in any other circumstance. So we'll go ahead and cut the deck and then draw into a Megalo. Okay, cool. So that's 100% fine. And now, so here we could just technically link away these 2 into a Proxy Dragon, or we could just link this and this into another Goblin and go from there. It doesn't matter 100%. But I think what I'm going to do is just get rid of Mermaid and these, just to keep it simple, to help it be a little bit more diverse from the last one. So we'll do Goblin 2, Firewall 1, we'll discard, we'll draw, we'll summon. We drew Swap, so that's okay, but we're not going to use Swap Frog at all here. And what we're going to do is link these 2 away, our monster, a random monster that happened to be Megalo, and our other token here for Proxy. And then we're going to use this last token over here for Link Spider, because we do play a copy of Link Spider. And now at this point we get to add back 3 cards from our grave to our hand. We're going to need to add Prince back, and then we'll add back Ibly, Prince, and then Dragoons. So long as you're adding back Ibly and Prince, it doesn't matter, because you're going to need the Prince for the Link Karibo, and Link Karibo is like available everywhere now, I'm 100% sure, so this is EU friendly, if you will. So then we're going to normal our Ibly for our extra normal, and then we're going to summon out Underclock Taker as always, and then use Proxy and Ibly to go for the Tri-Gate Wizard. We'll send this, or summon this off the Firewall, and we could use the swap to go into the Unicorn, but we're not going to use swap. We're just going to treat it as a regular blank card for discard fodder. And then we're going to use this to go into Link Karibo, like that. Summon this. We're not even going to use swap. We're just going to use these to go into Cerberus, and then this to go here into the Phoenix, like so. Yeah, we could have used the swap, but I didn't use it because basically we don't need to use it. I just didn't want to showcase any extenders, just using the discard fodder that we had available, the cards we drew into, etc., etc. But in that case, it would have been good to go into a card like, or use the swap, because we could have gone into Unicorn, and Unicorn is very helpful to obviously replenishing resources. Another thing we could do is use the Goblin and the Spider here if we really wanted the draws, and put the Unicorn right there. That works fine too, if that's something you're wanting to do. If you think they don't have any non-targeting destruction, go ahead and sack it. If you're playing against a deck where maybe they get the extra zone, doesn't matter a whole lot, go into the Unicorn right there and get yourself the 1, 2, 3 draws next turn to help replenish your hand a bit. But obviously the field is a little less extravagant because we don't have that extra extender. We did draw into it because you do have 2 chances to draw into those extra combo pieces later on. So even later in the play, like how we drew that Swap Frog, it's still 100% usable. It doesn't screw up the play that much. So there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and put all this stuff back together. I'm gonna show you guys how to do the play with Angler and Teus. This combo doesn't touch Prince at all. At least I don't believe so. So we'll take this. I'm just gonna get things set up here. Okay guys, so for this last combo, basically the cards you're gonna need here are Angler, Teus, Megalo, and any random water. So I guess it'd be technically a 4-card combo. But the reason why this isn't so outlandish is because 3 of, searchable. I guess that's my defense for it. And also, it's in a deck like this, there's so many different ways to sort of end on a decent field. It does all just depend on, like, you know, looking at your hand, being able to determine what you can do with certain cards. But it would just be these 3, but we do need an extra water, and there is a shit ton of waters in the main deck, so that's not extremely unlikely. I know people like their 2-card wonder combos. Well, that's not entirely what this is, so bear with me. But the thing that's special about this, we don't use we don't use like Teus, or we don't use Prince or anything like that in this play at all. It's not dependent on like Dragoons and stuff. So we summon Teus here, and we're gonna search our Gund, and we're going to search or summon out our Nimbles here. Just grab Gund and then the Nimbles. So the thing with this play here is that, like I said, it doesn't rely on like Prince or anything, which most plays usually do. So this play is kind of unique in that fact. And it also ends on the nice triple link to Trigate, which is super clutch. Let's get our field center up here. And we're going to go straight into Underclock Taker here. And then we're going to use these 2 to go into Decode. We also don't get to Moulin in this play, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We'll get to summon our Megalo here, discard our random water, and our Gund. Literally could be any card in the deck, so long as it's not, you know, Controller or Ibli, obviously. And then we're going to use these 2 here to go into the Tomahawk, because Tomahawk gets most of our plays going. So hopefully they don't Cherry or Valor it, or else it's extend the handshake.jpg, if you know what I'm saying. And then we're going to summon the tokens, and then we're going to link away. Yeah, so from here it's pretty much the same. Just get rid of these for Goblin. Again, playing 2 Goblin in the extra deck is super, super important. And then we gotta go ahead and go for Firewall here, and then we're gonna use these last 2 tokens to go ahead and go into Proxy Dragon. I also forgot to mention we need another random card in our hand, so we need a starting hand of 5 cards. Teus, Megalo, Angler, a random water, 2 random cards essentially, so I forgot to add that to my hand at the beginning, so my bad, because we do need to get rid of this Goblin and go ahead and go into a Mermaid, pitch the random card. Again, it's Sekka's Light. It could be anything. It's just a blank card. Might as well be a backwards card in this situation. And then we're going to cut the deck, get our draw. Boom. We drew into an Angler. Perfect. It's useless. We don't need it to be useful in this situation. Now we're going to link again into another copy of Goblin. Getting rid of those 2. Going to Goblin here. Pitch off Goblin. Draw into 1 card. And now we're going to add back some cards here. We're going to add back Ibli, and we're going to add back, let's add back just Teus, because why not? So now we can go ahead and normal Ibli. Ibli's going to bring back underclock. You could also bring back goblin. Doesn't matter a whole lot. And then we're going to get rid of these two for Trigate. And then we summon our monster here. Get rid of these two for Unicorn. And then we summon this here, get rid of Firewall. And these for Cerberus. This one I don't practice too much because I don't use it that much, but it is an option sometimes. But you can end with the Unicorn up top, which I do like. Only reason I like it is because drawing more cards in this situation is always going to be better. We get to draw 3 more cards next turn. And look at that, we're drawing into Teus, Swap, and Dragoons. That's a nice card. Those are some nice cards to draw into. But yeah, that last combo was just a bit of a unique combo, I suppose. You could probably do a couple of things with it if you were really experimental. It's just a combo that doesn't revolve around using like Dragoons or Prince or anything like that. So yeah, they prohibition your Prince, you know, like they'll ever do that. But if someone is just dying to stop your Prince play, like psych, you thought. And you still go ahead and make that Trigate lock on them. So yeah, wanted to make this video real quick to show you guys some new combos. And yeah, I'm going to be working on a Photon combo video as well, featuring a lot of the new cards like Braver, Transer, things of that nature. Some of the fantastic new Galaxy cards. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. As always, Winter Kill signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one. Also, don't forget to join the Discord if you haven't already. Check out the apparel, the shirt, the one shirt we have available, or one of these mats if you want to pick up one of those as well. If you want to help support me other than just watching the video, that even just doing that alone is greatly appreciated nonetheless. So, as always, guys, Winter Kill signing out. We'll see you in the next one.